When you have kindergartners organizing a food drive for the local canine unit, or you've got middle schoolers, high schoolers organizing a 5K to eradicate homelessness in your community, things can get a little messy. So you need a process. You need steps that you walk through so you know where you're at and where you're going, and your learners know the same thing. So in the next 6 videos, we're going to look at the 6-step process of project-based learning. My name is Ryan Stoyer, Executive Director and Founder of Magnify Learning. Welcome to PBL Simplified for Teachers, where we address your PBL need-to-knows so we can simplify the PBL process for your classroom. The question of the day is, what problem do you want your learners to be solving? Put that problem down in the comment section, and then we'll jump on it with some other comments to see if we can turn it into a PBL unit. I love the collaboration, so put your problem down in there. Today, we're launching a 6-video series on the 6 steps of PBL. This process will keep you organized so you know where you're going, and it'll help keep your learners organized as well so they know where they're at and where they're going. The resource light might as well just be on the entire video because we've got a ton of resources down in the description for each one of these steps to help walk you through. We've got the first step of defining the problem. The second step is success criteria. What's it look like once the problem's solved? The third step is going to be researching possible solutions. In the fourth step, we'll pick one of those that we want to run with. The fifth one, we take that idea and we flesh it out. We try it, we test it and implement. And on the 6th step, we circle back around to reflect. In the rest of this video, we're going to talk about that very first step of defining the problem and launching your PBL unit. You want to launch on a high note. It's a great time to bring in a community partner, and you want to make sure that your learners know the problem that they're solving and that they're pretty fired up about it. So let's get an example. Let's say that your learners are going to tackle food deserts in their neighborhood or a neighborhood close to them. So you bring in somebody from United Way or a local community organization to come in and explain what food deserts are, what some of the efforts are that are going on now, and how your learners can contribute to the solution. Say, hey learners, jump in. You can be a part of this solution. Do you guys want to help? Yeah, of course we do. Woo! And then they start to ask need-to-knows. They start saying, well, how do we help? How do we write some marketing pieces? And they're also going to have some need-to-knows about, like, how do I get points? Can I choose my groups? Those types of things. But again, you've got in the description some of those resources. At that point, they should have a pretty good idea of what it is they're going to do. Now, when your community partner leaves, you might want to have an entry document or a letter from that community partner so when they're gone, your learners can still look back and remember what it is they're trying to do. You're also going to have a driving question. That's the umbrella of your PBL unit. So in this case, it might be, how can we, as 6th graders, help contribute to the well-being of our neighborhood when we have food deserts? And then they're going to not get rid of all food deserts in your neighborhood, but they're going to contribute to that conversation. They're going to have some small portion where they are, in fact, a part of that solution. And on that very first day, you say, you know what? Our friend from United Way is going to be back at the very end to hear your presentations and try to implement some of your solutions. So that way, the whole time that you're working in this PBL unit during these 6 steps, they know that there's an authentic end that they're working towards and that they're a part of real work. So that's step 1. Define the problem, get your learners fired up, go into the description and grab some of those resources and start. If you just take this 6-step series right now, you can build your PBL unit out and you'll be able to see exactly where your learners will go. I think you're going to love this graphic that we have. It'll be linked below as well, and it'll keep you and your learners on track. In the meantime, we want to make sure that you're well supported so that you can engage your learners, tackle boredom, and transform your classroom.